I'm Alexander McCall Smith. This is my latest book, The Handsome Man's Deluxe Café, and you're watching Book Zone.
Alexander McCall Smith, thank you very much indeed for joining me. What's this book about?
Well, this is the 15th book in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series, and it's about Mara Motswe of Gaborone, Botswana, a private detective in Botswana, and her friends. So it's about the same sort of thing that the 14 previous books have been about. Her daily life, her involvement in the problems of others. That's really what she does. She regards herself as somebody who helps people with the problems in their lives.
And what is the Handsome Man's Deluxe Café?
Well, the Handsome Man's Deluxe Café is a cafe that Mara Motswe's assistant, Mama Kutsi, sets up in her spare time. And of course, the restaurant business is something that anybody should enter at his or her peril. And Mama Kutsi finds out that it's not plain sailing having a cafe.
And what do the people of Botswana think of the series? Because you as a man, and indeed as a white man, are writing principally about the lives of black women.
Well, I think the people of Botswana, by and large, as far as I know, are pleased that this is a positive portrayal of their country, which it undoubtedly is. Writing as a man about a woman raises interesting issues. I take the view that men should be able to write about women and nobody should remark about it, because part of the job of being an author is trying to understand another person's reality. If we said that you could only write about yourself or what you've done, then an awful lot of fiction would disappear. Shakespeare couldn't have written Hamlet, for example, because he had no experience of Hamlet's circumstances. I mean, it's not a point that I think is very, very strong. My average day here in Edinburgh, when I'm in Edinburgh, involves getting up very early. I get up at about 3 or 4 in the morning, and I find that's a very good time to write. I write about 4 or 5 books a year, which of course is breaking all the known rules of publishing. I very much enjoy writing at that sort of volume. I feel I'm very fortunate in being able to write quite quickly. I write 1,000 words an hour, which is quite fast, and that's just the way I work. And I think that if I didn't do that, then I couldn't do all these books.
So you were a law professor before becoming an author, since which time you've written over 60 books. Do you ever think you could have achieved more in life if you hadn't bothered with this lawyer business?
Yes, well, probably. I think that had I started off as a full-time writer when I was 25 or whatever, I probably would have written rather more books than I've written so far. But at the same time, I think it's very useful and important for a writer to have another career, to do something before going on to be a full-time writer, because I think that writing about the world requires a certain experience of the world, and if you haven't had that experience, if you've never done any other job, then you may not have the depth of understanding that is useful in being a writer.
Alexander McCall Smith, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you very much.